Hi, in Florida. Listen, going to the car wash right now. Ready to out 5 trips. Didn't take. Didn't have to take my stepson to school this morning, so knocked out 5 trips out of the ballpark. And it's only 8:47. We're off to a good start. We're off to a really good start. Inshallah, this will continue. It is Monday, the second. The second. What are we talking about? It is Friday the second, not Monday. Friday the second. Seems something fun. Car wash already. Gonna vacuum a little bit, dry up the glass, and we should be good to go. Sir, you got out of the spot. Why did you grab my side of the vacuum, bro? You know what? Instead of grabbing his own vacuum, he grabbed mine. I don't get it. People don't pay attention. Hello, what's up, Ghost? Wa alaikum salam. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, I'm good. Just about to vacuum the car. Just went to the car wash. Give me a sec. Drying up the glass. Just get them dried up. They'll leave a stain. We don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want that. Get rid of all that pollen. Get rid of the pollen. Just lay in the pollen. You know, you're just lay into the cabin and into my nose. We don't want that. We don't want that. No, no, no. No, no, no. Put some of the pollen that gets me on the batch. I just got to vacuum a little bit. And we get to go. That's it. To go. Yeah. And we're good to go. Assalamu alaikum. You fell asleep last night. To me? I wasn't on last night. Oh, maybe you were watching an old live. I do not recommend. The smell doesn't really stick around that long. Got it in my mouth. The heck? The spit, the cologne got in my mouth. Ugh. Okay. We're off to a good start. I didn't start as early as I wanted to, but we're off to a good start. Hello. Mhm. Gonna go fuel up right now. Some gas. This guy's driving too fast. I was gonna go, but this person's driving too fast. Now I can go. We're all clean. We're all clean and ready to go. Joseph thinks I'm a foreigner. Funny guy. Yo, I'm back, boys. What's up, Timber? Hmm. Let me see. Try to squeeze through. Try to squeeze through. Yeah, you fit. You fit through. Good for you. Where I'm going, I'm gonna go fuel up right now. I'm going up to fuel up right now. Where you going? Where you going right now? Gonna go put some gas in the tank, man. Fuel up for the day. Then we gonna go make some money. We gonna go make some. I already done like 5 rides already. Early. Bing bong. There is a public payphone right there. Can you believe does it still work? I kind of want to go see if it works. What is lagging? I don't know if it's like. Is it? Let me see. How about now? Sometimes if I have the Wi-Fi on, it'll lag. Maybe that's what it is. Anybody experiencing the lag? Hmm. No lag? Then why somebody said it was lagging? They trying to be funny or what? Oh, anymore. Okay, so it was probably the Wi-Fi. So just turn it off. You must be from Miami doing all that hunking. You must be from Miami doing all that hunking. They're usually the only idiots that do all that hunking for no reason. Payphones are for Superman to change clothes and what? We were feeling sick. You took some medicine. Inshallah, you'll be better soon. Bing bong. Okay, let's go fill up here. See, 'cause sometimes this gas station lies about their prices. Let me see. See? Oh, they got the right price today. Is that a smoky hat? Yes, it is. It is a smoky hat. Only I can prevent wildfires. Hmm. A severe allergy reaction to antibiotics. Mm, okay. Hopefully. Ooh, that's no good. That's no good in the neighborhood. What's up with all the honking today? I never hear people honk that much here. Have you seen a biblical? A what? Biblical. No, what that is. I probably had COVID like 2 or 3 times. I didn't even bother to go check it. I just knew I had symptoms. Loss of taste. But I will never, ever get that shot. Not even that. Clean my hands. I just grab that steel pump handle. You know, everybody touches that. Everybody grips on that. All kinds of hands. All kinds of hands grab that. People's been picking their butt, their nose. All kinds of hands touch the gas pump handle. That's why some gas stations have the gloves. So this is like a cheap one. So you don't have no gloves here. Damn, Gene. Hmm. What time is it? 9:06? Damn, I'm hungry, but it's too early to eat anything, really. I was hoping it was a little later so I can get some lunch. This thing barely gave me a full tank. Barely. $28. Almost $30. Can't even get a real full tank. Unbelievable. You know what I noticed? I've been doing the past 2, 3 days. I've been doing a lot of Lyft. I usually just do Uber. So I decided to turn on Lyft because they've been giving promotions. And I've picked up maybe about 25 to 30 people in Lyft and on the Lyft platform. And out of those 25 to 30 people, about it's just an observation. About two of them, one of them was Dominican, the other one was Puerto Rican. The rest of the people that I picked up were black people. And the Dominican lady, she was like my color, and a little darker than me, and the Puerto Rican lady was like about my color. And then the rest were black people. Hmm. It's an observation I made. I was like, wow, Lyft, a lot of black people use Lyft. I see black people also on Uber, but not to the same extent. And it's an observ at first I didn't realize it because I wasn't looking like who am I picking up? Are they black or white? But I realized after like the 10th person, I'm like, oh, I've only picked up black people today. Let me see how much more this goes on, right? And even today in the morning, same thing. I've picked up 5 people this morning on Lyft because they're giving better bonuses. So I'm switching to Lyft for the time that they're giving the bonuses. I've done 5 rides on Lyft. All my riders were black people. Zero issues, nice rides, no problems. It's just an observation I made. The same way on Uber, I notice it's a lot of well, Uber's more mixed, but majority it's like in the Tampa area, it's like it's a mixture of white people and Hispanics when it comes to Uber. Not saying one is better than the other or this is good or that's bad. It's just a pure observation. Just like if it was like if I started doing Lyft and I picked up 10 Chinese passengers, I'll be like, whoa, that's interesting. Let me see how many more. It's safe to say that a lot of Chinese people like to use Lyft. Hmm. So I guess I don't know. I don't know why it is that more black people use Lyft. But Lyft has been giving more bonuses lately. Is this a park? Not really. Looks like one, but it's not. But I'm only doing Lyft when they're giving bonuses. If there's no bonuses, I'm not doing it. No, 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 no. Absolute pointless observation. I don't give a shit what you think, if it's pointless or not. If you don't like it, you can get out of here. I didn't ask you to be here. You're watching somebody you don't like because you're a weirdo. Imagine that. Imagine you keep watching somebody you don't like because you're a weirdo. It's an observation. And I will give any observation I feel like giving whenever I feel like giving it. And you, as the weirdo you are, you will remain here in the shadows sometimes or saying some things in the chat and continue to watch somebody You'll continue to watch somebody that you don't like a true weirdo. Yeah, because that's what you are. Every cell of your body screams, weirdo, weirdo. I'm a weirdo and I can help it. And here you are. And you'll continue to be here because you're obsessed with someone you don't like a weirdo. Jeffrey Dahmer style. Because you're genetically defective. That's why. And your brain messed up. You like that? I bet are you enjoying the verbal abuse? Aren't you weirdo? You're enjoying it, aren't you? You're laughing right now. Because you enjoy that. You're enjoying the verbal abuse. 'Cause you're weird. You're defective. Zuma Mubarak. All right, let's go. Man, I'm really hungry. What's open right now? If something was open right now that I could get lunch from, I would get lunch. But it's too early. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's go down the road. Is it here? It's 9:13 now. 9:13. 9:13 in the morning. I'm stuck in traffic for 2 hours and a half. Wow. You were stuck. Hit 'em. It's afternoon here. Long day. Let's go. Come on, man. Change that light. I need to get to the call center. Or I have a lot of target cars to redeem. Come on, man. Turn. Turn the green. This light does take forever. Why does it take so long? Hmm. I just stepped out the car. And now you see me coughing again. That pollen. That pollen just won't go away. And we need more rain here. That's what we need. We need more rain. Haven't gotten enough. And that's the problem. That's the problem. We need more rain in the neighborhood. Bing, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Whoa, they shut down that restaurant? Oh man, business must be bad. I thought it was a good restaurant. They shut it down. That not good. Mm-mm. That not good. Car crash 2 billion? Yeah, sure. $2 billion for a car crash. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's ever happened in the history of never. Who do you know has gotten $2 billion for a car crash? For you to get, there's what scenario would you be getting $2 billion for a car crash? How? You would have to like not exist anymore, and not even, not even, even if you die in the most horrific way in a car crash, you're still like your family's still not getting $2 billion. 2 billion? That's false advertisement. Ain't nobody getting 2 billion for a car accident. Telling you right now, it just doesn't happen that way. Impossible. I'm gonna get me a coffee now. Enough to get something to eat at Wawa. They don't really have like. I'm gonna get a coffee because I know it's gonna help me with my cough. So I'm gonna get that. Oop. Damn, bro, I was doing so good too. Let's see, doing up playing the music. I'm gonna go out on it for 2 weeks. What are you doing right now? Should have put more sugar in this. I didn't put enough sugar. They didn't have honey. I usually don't like to put uh, sugar, but I use the brown sugar. They had no honey. Let's see what is this donkey here talking about? I see a donkey typing something. But JJ is back. This is another donkey that is obsessed with me. You know, the dudes are undercover faggots, right? They're obsessed with the men they don't know on the internet. And they just want to come back to talk to them. They want their attention. They're undercover faggots. At least 50% gay. So I like to give them a hand and just get them out of here. Alhamdulillah, I'm good. How you doing? What is this other weirdo thinking he's like some sort of like YouTube administration person? Let's get him out of here too. I don't know why they waste their time creating accounts like that. So I got the coffee. They didn't have the creamer I usually use, and they didn't have the honey. So this coffee is a little bitter. That's fine. Hey, what I would like is some food. Man, I'm hungry. Yeah, it's 9:27 here. I will get a tuna sub right now. I just don't think any Subway is open. I don't think so. Let me check. So hungry, dude. Why am I this hungry? I'm usually not hungry in the mornings. See. There is a Subway open. Really? Okay. Hold on, let me check on the reviews then. 2 weeks ago. Uh-oh. They got bad reviews from 2 weeks ago. Let's read the review here. Are you doing easy? Lewis says this is a review that he left on a Subway. Yeah, just went in there to go get a sandwich. Lady in front of me was getting a 6-inch sandwich. Lady, this guy's English is terrible. Lady asks to clerk. Is asked to clerk. Is that really 6 inch? I look down and I see two measly pieces of bread being passed off as a sandwich. I turn around and walked out. Lady sandwich, no bigger than a credit card. What? Bro, I don't even understand what you're saying in this review. He gave 1 star. Okay, there's another one. Bread was hard. Instructions not followed, and when I came to pick up my order, they asked for the name, put it on the counter, and walked away. I didn't know if that was it or if everything was there. Poor customer service. Hmm. Let's check out. Okay, a day ago, somebody gave 5 stars. 2 months ago, somebody said horrible, too much vegetables and soggy. What's up, Prince? Okay, so I'm not gonna be going to the Subway for my tuna sub. Let's check this one out. Oh, this one has worse reviews. Oh my goodness. This person just gave 1 star, but they didn't comment anything. This lady said, or this person said, the woman who worked there is extremely rude. No consideration. Please avoid it all. Say says, I can't say that I ate during my visit. The person in front of me placed an order. The employee was not paying attention and cut for a 6 inch when the customer in front of me politely let them know that they would like for long. Then the employee started arguing with him what they actually ordered. The customer never raised her voice or said anything derogatory. And then the employee said they didn't feel comfortable serving them. So the customer left, and then I followed. It was obvious that the employee was on something and not interested in working today from the get go. This happened on Sunday, March. I would avoid this subway at all costs and know that I would not be returning. Dang. Yeah, she didn't feel like working that day for sure. Okay, hold on 1 second. So how now, is the audio improved? Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Thank you for letting me know. Another review from the subway. I've been here a few times. My elderly mother is high risk, so we always do online orders, and I pick them up. Lately, because I've been let me open this up here. Lately, because I've been unwell, my B4 puts what is B4? Puts in an order, and I pick them up. We order the same thing each time. It takes me a long time to settle my mom down to eat after I have to pick up. Ma'am, why are you writing a biography? Yes, yes, all this unnecessary. Can you just go get to like what was the bad service at the restaurant? Oh, today they made the order completely wrong. Okay, this is where you should have started. Today they made the order completely wrong. with things my mother should not eat, and mine missing a lot of ingredients. Holy smokes, man. We have some issues in the United States. You hear the problems we have in the US? Imagine this people. I'm not saying that, they're wrong about their experience, but imagine this people living in like Gaza or something. Holy smokes. Or in like North Korea, where people have serious problems. This is the problems we have in the US. They didn't put enough ingredients on her sub. Today, they made my order completely wrong with things my mother should not eat, and mine missing a lot of ingredients. And even one sandwich missing avocado. Oh, that is just a recipe for like ruining a day right there, which is extra in capital letters. When my BF called to tell them, they deny him several times, saying there was no such order. It was in his name! Exclamation mark. 4 times. He offered the order number and said I had to take the food back. Now she writes in capital letters here. Why would I take food from a hungry mother's mouth to prove to them they made it wrong? Capital letters. I am already unwell because my disability. I even took photos, so maybe they would believe us, but nothing. Disgusting establishment. No wonder it's always empty. They're cold and rude every time I go in. I assume they don't like how I dress or that I am Latina. I'm not sure. Bro, some of these ladies, they just go to like, it's amazing what some women will do, bro. How low they're willing to go. Like, I was watching a video yesterday. There was a guy, he does like First Amendment audits, like video. He just films from public places, like you can do, like protect constitutional protected activity, right? So he's filming from a sidewalk, and then he's filming some dude, and then the dude's wife is there, and then she starts screaming at him and all that, right? At a certain point, because the dude is filming, he's witty with his tongue, right? So he's getting her every time she says something stupid. He's like getting her, getting her, getting her, right? So at one point, she resorts to say, "Oh, you're trying to film because this is trafficking, kid trafficking. I have my son in the car, so you're trying to film him because you're trying to like implying that, not implying, she said that he's trying to like you know something that has to do with kids and stuff like that. So he's trying to imply this. She's trying to not, she's not implying it, she's saying it. Just because he was any little stupid thing she was saying, right? He was just getting her back witty, right? So this is how low this woman chose to go, to call this man something. And then the husband is there, because the argument was first with the husband. The husband can't control the wife. She has a little girl in the car, so he's telling her, leave, get out of here. The husband is telling his wife, leave for the baby, get out. This woman is ignoring the husband, uh, arguing with a guy filming. At one point, she gets out the car. She tries to get in his face, right? And the husband is like, leave, get out of here. What are you doing? And you can tell this woman doesn't respect this guy at all. Like, she doesn't care what he's saying, nothing. She stayed there the whole time. At some point, she's like, you're gonna sell my picture online, right? That's what you want to do? And she's like, go ahead, look. And then the guy filming, he's like, your husband is right there. Why are you showing me your body? Respect your husband. And she's like, you know what? Like, he was just getting her every time, right? And so uh it's true. You can tell this woman was like unhinged with like a freaking kid in the car. Why? Because the guy is filming anything he can see from public, which is his right, constitutional protected activity, from a sidewalk, and they didn't like it. You might not like it, but who cares? You're in public. You can film people. That's your right. You can film anything you can see from public. Anyway, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be going to the subway either. The service at this location is horrendous. We greeted the employee upon entering the store, and they decided to ignore us. When ordering a sandwich, we asked for specific cheese, and the employee very rudely told us they already put a different type on and just stared at us like we were just supposed to accept it. When I said never mind and started leaving, they then started screaming at us, "No, hold on." Yo, no, hold on, over and over. Clearly, we didn't eat there and will not be returning to this location. So this is how it went. They told the employee, "Madam, that's not the cheese we would like. We would like the other cheese." Well, I already put it on there. I already put that cheese on there. And then Miss Tina Lawrence proceeded to say, "Okay, never mind." Turns around, start walking out, and the employee starts yelling, "No, hold on, wait a minute, hold on, hey, hold on, hit the button, close the door, hit the button, close the door." Oh no, we don't have a button to hit. This Subway. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. All right, let me see another one. What? Somebody gave 1 star and they said, "Paying for extra shredded and then got fragrance of cheese is wild." What? All right, let's see. Katrina Melanson says, "The lady that works on Sunday was very rude to my daughter and has no respect and doesn't make the subs right." All right, she kept it short. She kept it short and to the point. This person says, "I went to eat yesterday, had a Philly sandwich, and was very sick of my stomach. This place is very dirty. Tables not clean at all." The run-on sentences here are crazy. Tables not clean at all. The soda machine was sticky. I will never go to this place again. Also, they have, damn, this person never learned how to put a comma in between the stuff. A period was sticky. I will never go to this place again. Also, they have the meat covered. You can't see the employee making a sandwich. Do not recommend this place. They have the meat cover. Doesn't stay open until 9 or even with an open sign on. What's this? Why is why is my man okay? So let's take a look at this. This is a review, right, for a Subway shop. This is not a dating app. I'm going to show you something. This is our review for a Subway shop. Now, he posted, "I'm going back to get my own again. Love the door cookie. The one that girl got from Subway. Okay. So this is the first picture he shows. He's at the Subway with his cookie that he got at this location. Okay, that's nice. No problem. Look at the second picture he posts on the same review. Sir, why are you at the gym? Why are you posting a picture of you at the gym with your shirt off, unrelated to Subway? In that same review, okay, what's that all about? Okay, let's keep going. Every time I come here to pick up my food, it is never ready. I ordered 30 minutes ahead to still wait 20 to 30 minutes to get my order. Just ridiculous, honestly. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Says used to love it, always was no line, always was no line. Bro, like, how do you even take this serious? If you're, let's say you're like a supervisor or somebody from HR and you're reading this messages. If I was the person reading, I wouldn't take it serious. You're typing like this, used to love it, always was no line. Like you put in no effort in your complaint. Used to love it. Always was no line, and it was great. Now I walk in to no line to be ignored by the manager. I think well he takes a phone call and just keep repeating sent few many items, and I could be bothered by us, and I couldn't be bothered by us. Huh? No plant to return. What is that even? What are you even saying here, man? Appreciate you guys. I'm just having fun. I like to do this sometimes. Just go through like I think everybody like when you go into a place for the first time, like who doesn't look at the reviews nowadays? Like if you go into a restaurant, right? You've never been there. Don't we open up the Google Maps and let me see what's been, the rating on it. We all do that, right? So sometimes I like to read the comments. I just find it funny. And it also, bro, reviews nowadays are everything, right? Like if you've never been to a restaurant, right? How you doing, Seuss? If you've never been to a restaurant, never, and you go to Google Maps, and you type in the name of the restaurant, and you see it has 2 stars, you're gonna be like, yeah, what's going on? And then you see people like commenting 1 star, 1 star with bad comments. People are likely to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna go there. Never mind. I wanted to go there because I had this idea of what it could be like, but a lot of people are having bad experiences. So, what's going on, Jack? My son, he's doing better now, alhamdulillah. He had surgery a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago now. Um, and yeah, the court is set for to be scheduled for this month at some point. So hopefully by the end of this month, everything will be resolved, inshallah. Okay, what time is it? It's about to be 10. Okay. Okay, there's one Subway here with a lot of ratings and a 4.2. 4.2 is not too bad. Yeah, how you been, bro? Jack. I just want a tuna sub. Okay, so we have a good rating, a 5-star rating from a week ago on this one, and a 1-star rating from a week ago on this one. The lady greeted me immediately. She was nice. My food was hot, ready, great taste, good. Now the 1-star says, I got a pretzel stick that was as hard as a rock. This Subway didn't want to refund me my $3, even though I had my receipt. Seriously? I mean, you ate it, no? I mean, if you ate it, did you come back with a pretzel? Because I don't know about those people that say, "Oh, my food was no good." Okay, madam or sir, where's the food? We're about to refund you. Oh, I ate it, but it wasn't no good. I was hungry and I'm diabetic, so I had to eat it, but it was no good. I want my money back. No. I mean, bro, there are people that literally do that. They think they're clever, or they'll eat like 60% of it, then take a little bit back. They no good. This is cold and it's hard. I want my money back. Uh-huh. I'm gonna give you 1 star. Those people are scummy, bro. Just trying to get my bread up. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. You threw me under the bus. Oh, Evan, you never emailed me, so I can bring you on, so we can talk about that. All right, should I go to that Subway? Should I? Or maybe I just stop by the house and eat something at the house. Like the hat, bro. Oh, you got the blue one? Nice. Very nice. Only Smokey can prevent wildfire. All right. So what we doing? Let's see. Subway, fresh, or so they say. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and try to order this and get this out the way. Hmm. Schedule for pickup. Uh, schedule for pickup. Where's the next button? There's no next button. Am I supposed to go on to the next step? Hello, bro. Okay. Tuna, yeah. I want tuna sub. Uh, which one is the location I need? Yeah, this one. This one is the one with a good rating. Yeah, for pickup. Tuna. Tuna, tuna. Can't eat too much tuna because of the, what is it, the phosphorus at the bag. Toast it. And put some lettuce on it, some tomato, no onions, make stinky breath. Cucumber, cucumber, yes. Green pepper, black olives, and what's the sauce I put? I don't know why I put the sauce, but where is it? Yeah, I put a little bit of barbecue sauce on there. Yes, with the tuna. Yes, I know. I know. Ew, bro. You serious? That's gross. I like it. I like it a little bit, and the only thing I don't like, they should put also curry on it, but they have no curry. Pick a combo. Um, no, I don't want a combo. Just, just give me that, and that's it. I don't want no combo. Finish. Check out. This is the first time I ever order from the tablet. Come on, man. Finish. Check out. What's going on here? Dang, that was a heck of a delay. Hey now. Yeah, let's give a little tip. Hey now. Okay. Where's my card? We turn this on because it's hot. It has heat up a little bit. Card number. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Why is it like this, bro? Come on. Why is it always a problem when I'm trying to fill out something on the iPad? It just doesn't, it's a hassle. Why? Bro, can you expand? I can't go on to the next step if you don't expand. Hello? This thing's not cooperating. What's up? How you doing, Deuce? Welcome to the chat. Where are you joining from? Okay, this thing's not cooperating. I'm not sure how to go to the next step here. Yeah, I already got the expiration date, but I'm sure I need to put the code, and I need to see where it says next. To go on to the next step. This is no good, man. You know what, Subway?
Never mind. This is too much hassle. And now they want me to start all over again? Let me see. If I have to start all over again, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No. Never mind. You just lost business. I'm gonna get something else. Connecticut. Very nice. Wa alaikum salam, said. How you doing? What time is it? Okay, let me see if Salem's is open. If Salem's is open, I'll just drive there. It is open. Oh. Well. Looks like I'm about to get me a lamb gyro. Let's do that instead, because Subway did not want to cooperate with us. By the way, is the audio still good? Because I just turned on the car and sometimes it hooks up to the radio. Let me know if you guys can hear me still without issues. Yeah, we're going for that lamb gyro. Yes, sir. I love me some lamb gyro. It tastes so good. I need my lamb gyro with a side of and a Let's back up here a little bit. Let this lady with her shopping cart through. She's homeless. Oh no, it's a guy. It's a dude with a shopping cart. May Allah make it easy for him. There's a lot of people that are homeless around here, man. I feel bad for the people. You know, that homeless guy that just crossed in front of me, he had like a buggy with his things in it, but you can tell he's maintaining himself clean. That's good. This is really good, because when you're clean, it raises up your morale a little bit. That homeless guy with the buggy, you can tell he was trying to be as clean as possible. Even his hair was like nicely brushed, slicked back. He wasn't like, he was decently groomed as much as possible. This is really good. This can help you in the long run bounce back. Because when you're in a bad situation and you just let go of yourself too, you're just digging yourself in a deeper hole. You're just digging yourself in a deeper hole. But if you're in that situation that he's in, he's clearly homeless. I can tell. But you can tell he has made an attempt to keep his appearance together as much as possible. Because, you know, what homeless do you see that they take the time out of their day to brush their hair nicely slicked back? Looks like he even has some gel on it, you know.
Can I help you?
Hi, I would just like one lamb gyro and a sweet tea. That'll be all. Large is fine.
All right. Did you want the meat?
No, no fries. It's fine.
No fries. You want maybe rice and beans or salad instead?
No, just the gyro and the tea. That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
How about the special that I have, the 2 for $13.99? Do you want to do that?
No, it's fine. It's okay. Just one.
Okay. Everything on it?
Yeah, everything on is fine.
All right. One original gyro and large sweet tea. All right. You can pack them with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's trying to sell me. You saw that? She tried to sell me. But she did it nicely, though. She did it with a nice, polite, sweet voice. I think that's the sister. That's the Muslim girl. How you doing? How's it going?
1169.
All right, thank you. That's what you got, Allie? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Second one? Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. Yeah, this sister's nice. But this is the sister I've talked about before. She's really nice, really sweet girl. Right? But this is the sister I've talked about before. Man, I dropped my card somewhere. This is the sister I mentioned before that when I came here like months ago, like when I first moved to Tampa, you know, she was wearing hijab and everything, no makeup, right? But because I think she's like the only Muslim there. Now, when you see her, she doesn't have hijab anymore. I noticed that. And she has this like bright exotic lipstick on. Now, that doesn't mean she's not like practicing. Like that doesn't mean she's not Muslim anymore or anything like that, right? But you can see how her environment could affect or influence, right? Has had an influence on her. From when I saw her months ago, wearing hijab, no makeup, to wearing tight pants now, face full of makeup. I mean, she went from no makeup to like cake, trying to fit in. She went from like no makeup to cake. The lipstick, the powder on the face, the eyeliner, everything. So yeah, just an observation. Yeah. It reminds me of the video I saw a long time ago, and I forget who it was. There was. Hold on, I gotta get my car, bro. Oh yeah, car from the back seat too. If I pick up somebody and they see a free debit card back there. So it reminds me of a video I saw a long time ago. And it was a brother talking about, I forget who it was, but he was talking about how your environment, sometimes the Muslim will affect you, right? Like if you're surrounded by Muslims, it's easier for you to practice your deen, your religion, right? For some people, which is true. And how he was like talking about people that were like tied in suits and stuff like that, and saying how people that used to dress tied in suits back in the day used to actually oppress Muslims. Like he went deep into the history, like way back, and then he was making the point. But now you have some Muslims walking around tied in suits. And he understands that, you know, there's some jobs that require and things like this, right? Depending on what industry you're in. But he was making the point that, you know, that you are attempting to be on your deen, to practice your religion, but he was saying your speech is like the non-Muslim, your dress is like the non-Muslim, everything. He was pointing out these things, right? And then he's like, how do you think it's going to be easy for you to stay on your deen if everything you're doing is like the non-Muslim to try to fit in? And yeah, that reminds me of that. And you know, she, again, that doesn't mean she's not Muslim or anything. Maybe she's more on her deen than me. I don't know. You know, maybe she's, you know, but her appearance has changed. You know, the outer has changed for sure. My environment is more open. Wa alaikum salam. Explore, what's up? How you doing, Aki? You enjoy going to Thailand? What do you enjoy most about that? Bismillah. Bro, I'm drinking coffee and tea. What is wrong with me? I'm drinking cold tea with ice and hot coffee. Have I gone bonkers? Actually, it's not so bad. It's not so bad because the coffee is bitter. Remember, I didn't put much sugar in it. It tastes like it has no sugar. So I feel like the tea kind of balances that out a little bit. Hey, this is a nice combination. I kind of like it. Maybe I'm onto something here. All jacked up. Hey, from North Carolina, the great state of North Carolina. Hi, handsome. What's going on, Nami? North Carolina. How's the house market over there? Because I remember when a couple years back, when I was still in Miami, a lot of people from Miami were moving to North Carolina, buying houses over there. Careful with caffeine intake. Yeah. Yep. You right. Skip the line. Just skip the line. Oh, that's if you order. Or here comes the sister. I don't know if she's coming with my food or not. Because there's somebody else parked next to me also. But I think she's bringing mine. Yeah. It's okay. Thank you very much. You too. See, I even have to look away. Before I remember, I even have to look away because she's dressed with like really tight pants now. Before I remember, she had her hijab on and nice, nice, modest clothes. But Allah bless her, man. Allah guide her and bless her. And guide us all. Guide us all. We all need guidance, including me. Just observation, I'm a very observative person, bro. I notice things. Some people are completely, like, oblivious to things. I can tell when a person doesn't want to have conversation, or I can tell little things. I can tell a lot of things. Even my wife. Even last night, me and my wife had a disagreement, I guess you could say. Over something small. And sometimes when she gets upset, she walks out the room. Like I'm in the room, like laying down in the bed, she walks out the room. And I started coughing like crazy. I couldn't stop coughing, because at night sometimes I start coughing like uncontrollably. And I can feel shortness of breath. It wasn't because of the disagreement we had. It's just sometimes at night that it's been happening very often. But it wasn't like, oh, I got worked up and now I'm like coughing and short of breath. It's not like that. So she walked out the room. She went to the living room. And then A little while passed, and she went to the bathroom, and then I went to the kitchen to get some medicine for the coffee and stuff like that. And then she walked back into the room. And I sat out there on the couch for a little while. And then I came back in the room, and I laid down, and she's like, "Did you took your pill?" Like she was still mad, but she was concerned about me. So she asked me if I took my pill for my coffee. I said, "Yeah, I took my pill." And then something happened, and something funny. I was watching my phone. She was watching her phone. Something funny happened that came up on my phone, like a funny video, and then a funny video came up on her phone, and she's laughing, and then I'm laughing at what I'm watching at, and then I'm showing her what I'm watching, and then she shows me what she's watching, and then from there, whatever was happening before that we got angry at each other kind of went away, and then I wake up in the morning, and she usually wakes up before me. She wakes me up. She's like, "Do you want anything, like coffee or smoothie or anything?" I usually tell her smoothie, and she makes a smoothie. But today I woke up before, and I was gonna go out, so she sees me that I wake up, and she goes, "No love for me?" So I say, "Yeah, I got love for you." So I go and I jump on the bed and I hover over her. And then when I was leaving, she got up. I was by the door. And she comes and gives me a hug. And I give her a hug. And then I always do something to her that I wish she could do to me, but she can't. Which is I put my hands like this. All right. Behind her like this. And I use this part of my hands. And I push her in hard and I crack her back. You hear her back. And it's like relief for her, you know, like, oh, that's nice. I wish she could do it to me, but she can't. She doesn't have the strength. And I'm happy she can't. Because imagine you have a wife that she can grab you like this and go crack and crack your back. That's a little too much. I mean, she's tried before, but she doesn't have the strength. It never happens. That means God is the greatest. Yeah, but I wish, I've been thinking of going to a chiropractor because I do feel like I could use some crackling. Even now, I just sit there and it cracks. But I wish I could have a good, like, back crack, like, crack, and then, you know what I want to do? You know when you lay down and they pull your neck and it cracks? They call it an alignment or something. That looks dangerous, but that looks really good too. Like you can get a lot of relief from that. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Bo. All praise be to Allah, bro. I'm glad you're feeling better, man. Alhamdulillah. Be careful with chiropractors. I've never gone. It looks. Have you gone before, Easy? Looks interesting. I wonder if they make you sign a waiver. Like if something goes wrong, we're not responsible. So be more patient. I'm not sure what to advise you when it comes to that. Situations will make you patient. For example, I've had to be extremely patient in my situation with my son because there was time that I wanted to do something about it right away, right? When I used to live in Miami, his mother took him and brought him here to Tampa, blocked all communication. I didn't even know where she was. Then I had to find her. Once I found her, I wanted to do something about it right away. I wanted to drive here and get my son back, right? And I would have done it. If I would have showed up here, I would have taken my son back for sure. The boyfriend wasn't going to stop me. She wasn't going to stop me. But if I do that, now I'm the bad guy. What's up with this guy here? What's my man doing? Oh, okay, he's just minding his own business, drinking coffee, making a phone call. So, if I would have done that, given into that impulse of getting my son back and that anger of I'm going to get him back, I would have been in the wrong. Now I would have given her it would have been a bad move on the chessboard. She would have won the game because now I would have given her the ammo. I'm the bad guy now, even though she took my son. Blocked all communication. Basically, it's called parental kidnapping if you're married, right? Right? But I would have been the bad guy if I show up at a place where she has them unannounced and take them. Now I'm the bad guy. Now I've lost the game completely. So I had to be patient. Because anger is from the shaitan. We know this. So now can we control our anger 100% of the time? Nah. No, we can't. It's very difficult. But being mindful, I think helps. Recognizing when you're angry, I think helps. Meaning, almost like looking at yourself from a third person when you're angry. It's hard to do, but I'm able to do this now. When I'm angry, I can kind of step out of like a third person and recognize, hey, if I do this now, this is what's gonna happen next. If I show up to get my son back, I'm going to lose my son and I'm going to end up in jail. I will take him. So I would accomplish my task of taking him. But then the result of that would be me end up in jail. And I just would have given her all the ammo she needs to say, this guy's crazy. I don't want him around my son. And because I made the wrong move of going Shawn over there, because I gave into the anger and the emotion, which is justified because you took somebody's son away. You're the parent and took the child away from the other parent. Moved to block communication. Are you a psychopath? What are you doing? But it would have been a bad move on my part. And then remember, one important thing that the Prophet ﷺ said, which is very true. The first time I read this, it resonated very strongly with me, and it's very true. He said, the men among you is not or are not the ones that can put the other one down. The true men among you, the rijal, are those who can control their anger. That's a real man. Think about how true that is. It is way more difficult, right? And it requires way more discipline to control your anger than to give in to your. Giving into your anger is easy. Everybody gives into their anger. Like, not everybody, but a lot of people just give into their anger, right? They just lash out. How many times you see people, look at this guy, just run over the stop sign like it's not even there? How many people you see a lot of the times getting into, like, when they get into road rage, they get out the car and they start swinging at each other, and that's giving into their anger, right? Or somebody says something insulting and they just want to go to throw blows right away. It's giving into their anger. You know, those people are not people that are reliable. You don't want those type of people around, because they're a loose cannon. They can't. I'd rather be among an army of men that can control their anger and are just willing to act when it's absolutely necessary, than over emotional and overreactive dudes that get. It's okay to get angry. I mean, you're gonna get angry. They're emotions, but to not give in to those emotions and act just because you're angry. The action part, just because you're angry. I feel an emotion and now I'm gonna lash out or act out. Why? Like, you see, even small things, right? let's say I'm at a store in line to buy something, right? And let's say they have one register open and there's a big line. You see this all the time at stores, right? Maybe if you go to like Dollar Tree or something, they never have enough cashiers. Sometimes even Walmart, right? So, yes, it bothers me. Like, man, there's like 15 people in line and 2 registers, and then the cashiers is like moving slow, and then people get agitated, right? But something else is also true. I don't have to be there. Nobody's forcing me to be there. Yes, the service is bad, but I don't have to be there. I can just leave at any point. I can put the items down and walk out. So remaining there is my choice, or leaving is my choice. So if I'm going to choose to remain there, I'm going to be conscious that I'm not going to be bitching and complaining. I'm just going to state out the process, right? Just like these dudes were back here screaming, talking to each other, saying some stuff. I don't have to stay there. So what did I do? I just started my car. It's a perfect example. And I'm going to go park over here. Because they started talking about some ghetto garbage, and they're not on my car, but they're a few feet away behind me. I don't want to be in that environment. Right? So I just move. I can stay there or I can move. Right? Same thing when I'm in line. I don't have to be there. I can just leave. So I'd rather leave a place and not go back than to start complaining, and then you see the people that give into that anger, right? Excuse me, we need more registers out. Like if the people that work there don't know they need more registers open, like they know this. The person that's scanning the stuff knows that they're short. The manager knows that they're short. So now you want the manager to come out. Where's your manager? To tell you what the obvious, that they're short in staff. And you're gonna be loud and obnoxious in front of everybody. Yeah, this is ridiculous because we need more registers, and giving into their anger, right? If you really want to affect change in that situation, which is a private business, by the way, so they can run it however they like, even if the service is bad. You know what I do when I get bad service somewhere? I just don't go back. That's it. That's all. I just don't go back. If I want to leave like a legitimate complaint, yeah, you can leave a review online, or you can, if you want to affect change, you can call their corporate. But there's no scenario where you're gonna see me lash out in a store or anything like this. Actually, there's been 2 scenarios where I have done that, but not for the reason that I'm saying. It's not because of bad service or anything like this. Let me explain. First time was at a Dollar Tree. Had nothing to do with employees. It has something to do with the idiot in line, right? So first time I got into it was with a dyke, because she said something to the mother of my son at that time when I was still with her. This was years ago. So I intervened and I got into it with a dyke, right? And the dyke is like, you gonna make me go back to jail. I'm like, oh baby, try it. Try it. That'll be your last mistake here. I don't think you ain't going to jail. You're going to the hospital. This dykes want to talk to you like they're a man. I'm like, okay, let's go. You want to act like a man? I'm gonna treat you like a man. You think you're a man? You're gonna find out real quick you're not a man when it comes to throwing down. Because I got hands. So if you want to put it to the test, let's go with your chicken, right? So nothing came out of that. The dyke was just, she eventually shut up, and we bought what we were gonna buy and we left. Then another time, this was at a Ross or a Burlington. I was with the mother of my son at the time, and we were standing in line to pay. Some black chick comes up. Ooh, your baby's so cute. Thank you. Oh, he's so nice. Ooh, he's so cute. Okay, nothing wrong with that. That's nice. Thank you very much. Then she like touched his hand a little bit like this. Ooh, baby. That I didn't like. The phone's overheating. Forgot what I was saying. Story I was telling. I'm on a loop right now. I'm still on a loop. We back. Phone died. It overheated. Well, it didn't die. It just, it shut off because it overheated. Okay, so yeah, so the black, this wasn't even like a young girl. She was like a middle-aged lady. So she touched my hand. She touched my son's hand, right? He's so cute. Now, I didn't like it, but I didn't say anything because there's no malicious intent. She's just giving compliments to my son. But the reason I didn't like it so much was because it already shows a low social intelligence. You don't touch people's kids, anything, hand or head or anything. But I let it slide because she did it briefly. And it wasn't with malicious intent. But then she goes, I already, but again, everything she was saying was nice, more or less, in a ghettoish way, but nice. But then she goes and she's like, "Ooh, that baby too, he too fat." My son, he was chunky when he was little. You know how babies are. Some babies are fat. Then now my son, he's thin. He's gonna be a tall guy. But the mother of my son, she didn't like that too much, right? So she kind of like just turned around and stopped engaging with her. But I could tell she didn't like that too much. So I said, yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about him being fat. It's all right. He's been to his doctor, and the doctor said he's fine. No, I'm telling you, he a little heavy. I said, listen, you're fat, but you don't see me telling you you're fat because I have social intelligence. Yeah? Excuse you. I said, you're fat as hell. So from there, in the middle of the Ross, this was at the line, right? She starts shouting. I start shouting back at her. She starts shouting at me. I call her a filthy rat. This just blew. This blew over proportion. Right? At this point, the mother of my son is at the register. This lady's still yapping. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, she's coming up to me that she's gonna do something. So I stand in front of her like Captain America with my hands on my waist, waiting to see what she's gonna do. She thinks I'm gonna back up. I'ma call my husband and come kick your ass. I said, call him. Call your husband. I'ma call police. I said, go ahead, call police. So I can tell him you're touching my son's hand. You weirdo. You don't go around touching other people's kids. So at some point, security comes over. And she's still yapping. And I'm yapping back at her. Because they're not used to that. This ghetto hood rats are not used to people. They're used to like being loud. And then people just like shy away. And don't say anything. They're used to creating shows. People don't say nothing. You know, to not rattle the rattlesnake. You know, the loud, obnoxious ghetto person, right? But no, not with me. So, and now how did this whole thing started? We were in line, minding our own business, about to pay. That's how this started. And she comes from behind, ooh, with all this extra stuff, right? At first, but you can give a compliment. Oh, that's cute, baby. That's it. Oh, thanks. But all this started with her not minding her own business, commenting stuff that she shouldn't be commenting. And nobody has ever checked her and said, no, you're fat. You're an idiot. Right? So she's not used to this. So she's like, her brain was probably like, what? Am I doing something wrong? And this is what happens when these people are used to stepping on people's toes for so long and nobody says anything. They don't see as anything that they're doing is wrong because nobody's saying anything back or saying, hey, you're being an idiot. So they just think that what they doing it right all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that wrong. You're a moron. Nobody has just told you this. So then we check out. By the time we check out, she's over there. We go to the store. She's over there talking to some police officer in the car. And we just went back to her car, put my son in the car, put the stroller in the back, and I went off about my day. Nothing happened. Probably police told her, ma'am. And you know how that story went. But I'll tell you what I would have done if the police comes up to me. If the police comes up to me, I would have told them what happened. Then I would have asked them, what did she say? Because I can FOIA request a body cam. This is public record. And if she lied to police, I would have pursued that. Well, she lied to you. So what you gonna do about it now? Because you know damn well that lady did not go up to the cop and said, well, we were on the line, and then I told them that their baby was fat, and then they said I'm fat, and then I got loud, so he got loud. Then I acted like a man, so he stepped up to me like a man. Then he called me a filthy rat. Then I said I'm gonna call the police, and then that's how we got here. Because if she tells the story how it happened, the cop will be like, well, you started this whole thing, and why you call him in the first place? Well, there's no law has been broken. So you know she's gonna fabricate stuff. So I would have requested that body footage for sure. But nothing came out of that. So those are two incidents that happened at stores, but completely unrelated to bad service or me not being satisfied with the service there and making a show out of it, you know? It had to do with some other idiots. Why are you typing no, no, no? What's wrong with this person? What's wrong with this person? You see these people? She was probably the lady at the store. That's probably her. She's probably in this live stream right now. No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. I was real nice. She's like, no, I was real nice. Probably these people, man. I don't know what she was expecting the officer to do. I don't know. Madam, you guys had a disagreement. No law has been broken. This is a civil matter. What do you want me to do? But they sure want to call the cops real fast on somebody trying to put them in jail when she's in the wrong. You didn't have to say nothing to me. I don't know you. You don't know me. But they're borderline Riri, bro. She was just in the chat right now. No. That's not what happened. And then when we were in line, after she left, because she left before us, I don't think she paid for anything. She just walked out. Not with the stuff. I just think she got mad and left the stuff there. A black man comes up next to me, an older guy, and he goes, that mother effer is crazy. He's like, I saw everything that happened. She crazy as heck. I can't believe she got a husband. That's what this elderly black man said. A nice guy. That's your girl. But just think about how stupid a human being has to be to go up to two complete strangers and give them their opinion about their newborn child. I think he's too big. Who gives up what you think? Who asked you? Who are you? Get out of here. You're weird. Why are you coming over here to two people you don't know that are online about to buy something to tell them your opinion about their child? What? Who does this? Think about what has to be going on in that brain. The only scenario that I can imagine me doing something like this is if I go up to say to somebody, oh, God bless your baby, so cute. That's a compliment that anybody in their right mind will accept. Thank you so much. That's it. That's it. But there's people out there like this, man. I don't think they're bright. I don't know if it's what they're consuming. Maybe she drinks too much Coca-Cola and eats a lot of McDonald's. Maybe it's her diet that's messed up. Her pH balance is screwed up. I don't know what it is, man. But just... yeah, most babies are fat. And then when they grow up a little bit and they start walking, they burn that out, which is exactly what the doctor told us, and is exactly what happened. But nah, She's a pediatrician from the hood. She pediatric. I'm the hood pediatric lady. I gave you my opinion on what I think. Nobody knows what you think, madam. Please. Please go away. Bro, imagine if we go around up to people just saying what we think all the time. Let's say you see a 300-pound woman walking, barely making it to her car, and you feel the need to go out of your way to go, excuse me, ma'am, you're obese. What? Who does this? Like, this is not, you have to be genetically defective to behave like this. This is something off in the brain, bro. This is not normal behavior, you know? This is like, if we go back in time, this is like our ancestors watching a freaking like tiger approaching them like this and going to go, oh, let me go pet the tiger. What is wrong with you? Like, there's something completely off with you. No, don't go pet the tiger. You're about to get eaten. What you doing, Prudence? Prudence, get back here. That would have been her back in the day. Prudence, don't pet that cat. There goes Prudence. He looks so furry. And look at those stripes. I got to pet him in the head at least once. Charles, just wait. Prudence, get back here, Prudence. He gonna eat you up. You gonna be barbecue chicken. Anyway. I don't know how we ended up here. I think it was somebody telling me asking how to, what was it? How to be more patient. May Allah bless that sister. I'm not going to show her, but she has. Southern accent is definitely beats the Indian one. You like my Southern accent too? I can do, this fella right here can do several accents. Let me tell you that right now. Yeah, it was both. I think I'm just gonna eat the lamb and do away with the bread, with the pita bread. Wa alaikum salam, Rislani. How are you doing, Rislani? What time is it, bro? What time is it? Oh, it's still 2 hours and 42 minutes to do my prayer. Plenty of time to do business. Yeah, that lady stinks so bad a few days ago, I remember. Oh, man. I could not believe it. I don't know if it's what she had with her, like her lunch. Either way, if it was her, she needs to get checked. If it was what she had, she needed to throw it away, because I can't believe you're about to ingest something that smells like that. There's no way. It was fish, but it smelled like it was rotten. It wasn't like a regular fishy smell. It was like rotten fish. Like rotten. Like, you know, something that's like smells like decomposed? Like that. It's not, I don't know. What I do know is that she will never be in my car again. So I hit her up with that 1 star. You can have a friend serve your ex with custody papers. Oh no, she's already been served, Gene. No, Gene, she already been served. I got a lawyer now too. So let me tell you what happened, Gene. You know how mediation comes first. And I don't know what state you're in, but in Florida, it's mandatory. In other words, you have to go to mediation. It's not an option. It's not optional. Now, the optional part of it is that you can agree what date you want to go to mediation. Like without, you can get to an agreement between both parties. Okay, let's set for this date, right? And then with somebody from the court. Walaikum salam, Aki. Juma Mubarak. But what she attempted to do was she attempted to waive mediation. Now, why would you do that when it's something that is mandatory? So then my lawyer had to contact the court and say, this woman, she attempted to waive mediation. She actually attempted to waive mediation with the court. So then we had to go to the judge and tell the judge, she's attempting to waive mediation, which it's mandatory. So then the judge had to give an order telling her, you have to go to mediation. This is not an option. Yeah, well, that should be covered by my retainer. I already gave a $3,500 retainer, and I filed the whole paperwork myself. So that's why I saved me some money, because I actually did all the filing myself, then I hired a lawyer. So now there's something that needed to be tweaked, like amended, like one of the pages that I filled out. So they did that, and then everything else is like communication. That's what they're gonna be charging me for. It's like the communication, the back and forth, because they want to charge you for everything. So, but that part, the $350, that fee, that has to be taken out of the mediation that I gave the lawyer, pay the lawyer. So she attempts to waive mediation. So the lawyer contacts the judge or the court and then say, hey, judge signs a court order. Now, she's still trying to play games as we speak. 50-50, that's correct, Gene. Yep. And you know what she filed in her counter petition? Because she doesn't have a lawyer. In her counter petition, she's asking for me to have him every other weekend. Now, I had to move here from Miami, where she moved, find her, because she blocked all communication for over a year and a half. Find her and take her to court. Right? So I'm within proximity now. We're close enough. And I filed for my 50-50. So she's still trying to play games now. Because the assistant, my lawyer's assistant, contacted me like a week ago, and she was like, hey, does the 8th of May work for you at this time for the mediation? I said, yeah, perfect. She said, okay, we're going to reach out to her and see if, because now there's a court order. I mean, there's a judge order saying you guys have to go, which we knew already. It's her that attempted to waive it. So the assistant contacts her. Then the assistant contacted me yesterday or something. And she's like, hey, unfortunately, she says she's not available for that day. How about this day, the 14th and the 15th? I said, listen, any day, anytime you can get her to agree, I'm available. She's just delaying this and stalling further, more and more and more. She doesn't work. She's home all day. So her telling that she's not available on the 8th, all she's doing is stalling. She already attempted to waive mediation. She's attempting to delay this further and further and further. So please, I want to resolve this as quickly as possible. She keeps keeping my son away from me. I've already waited long enough. Please, let's resolve this as quickly as possible. She's just, if you leave it up to her, she'll tell you she's not available until November. I mean, she just wants to keep the can down the road. Kick the can down the road, right? So I told the assistant, listen, any day, anytime, I'm available. I don't care if it's 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 3. I don't care what time it is. Any day, I'm available. I can make myself available anytime. Just get her to agree on a date so we can move forward with this. And then today's Friday. If by Monday I don't get a response, I'm going to call and I'm going to say, I need to speak to the lawyer directly. And I'm going to ask her, listen, you know this girl already at waive mediation. She's delaying and stalling now. At what point do we move forward with this? Contact the court again and say, with a court order, she's still refusing and she's still stalling and she's doing what is called passive denial. She loves to do this, passive denial. Oh, she loves it. She does this all the time. She'll say like she's going to cooperate, but she does the opposite, right? She passively denies. This is her favorite thing to do, right? So at what point, I'm going to ask the lawyer, at what point do we go to the court and say, hey, can we move on with this? Because she's with or without her. At what point do we push for, hey, we need to hold this woman in contempt? She's now still passively refusing to comply with a judge order. At what point do we put her behind the bars? At what point do we give his debt custody? Because she's playing with the court now. She's playing with the judge order. So that's what I'm going to talk to the lawyer on Monday about. If we can get a response from her, again, she's home all freaking day. It's not like she works. Okay, so the whole I can be available for the 8th, it is pure BS garbage. She's just stalling. She's trying to drag this as much as possible to keep my son away from me as much as possible. To allow you have not been able to see your son. They should at least give you weekends. Nope. There's no weekends on this. This is 50-50, and I already spoke to the lawyer about this. Because she took him and blocked all communication, she's in the wrong through and through. This doesn't mean that in the state of Florida, fathers have the right to 50-50 right away, right? And if I have to take this to litigation, I will take it to litigation, and I will present my case as to what she's done and why we are where we are. This is why we're trying to settle this in mediation rather than litigation, because I'm ready to go all the way to litigation if she wants to present some BS. Because you can't now favor the person that has been in the wrong and did the wrong and reward them by further leaving the child with them, and continue to deprive the child and the father of time just because that's kind of twisted. It's like you're rewarding the person that's in the wrong for doing that. So I spoke to my lawyer in depth about this. I said, there's no problem, there's no reason why they shouldn't give you 50-50 right away, because this is a right. You just have to implement it through the court. And I've also spoken to guys that I've picked up, 2 guys actually in this month, that went through a similar case. The woman kept the child away for 6 months, the other one for 8 months, and they got their 50-50, no problem. They went to court, they presented their stuff, they got, the woman to the court. They did it on themselves too, and they gave them their 50-50 right away. My son knows who I am. I saw him. She let me see him once. I actually saw him almost 2 weeks ago because he was in the hospital. He needed appendix surgery. So I showed up. I have pictures. He saw me at the hospital. I was with him on the recovery. But before that, she let me have him for 1 day, a couple of hours. She was still trying to get me to drop the case because she thought she could convince me to drop the case. And my son comfortable as heck with me, bro. I have the